Welcome again to VT Analytics tutorial for today. So today we are going to be looking at the where statement. And but before we dive into that, let me just recall us what we did in our in the previous two videos that I share with you. We saw the select statement where how you can extract specific data. And then we equally saw some operators like the distinct, how you can remove duplicate values. We equally saw some aggregation like the count, which help us to count rows, the sum that help us to add up our values. We equally saw how to calculate average, how to find the lowest value in our table and the highest value in our table. So that is actually what we saw in our last two previous video. So today we are going to be working on with the where statement. So what is it? The where statement, just like in maybe if you are using Excel, so the where statement is going to be like the filter function that we have in Excel. So the where statement help us to filter rows based on a particular condition. So these are some of the operators that we are going to be working on, like the like statement, the like operator, sorry, which it is used to find values that match a pattern. We have and, it is used to combine two comparison. We have between to compare each column value to a range. We have in compares each column value to a list, and then we have is null, which it locates row with no value. And then we equally have another one which is not here, that is not null, which is the contrary to this other one. And then we equally have some of this operator like the equal to sign, that is the equal to sign, which we're going to see how we can use this practically in SQL. So let us go back to SQL. So these are some of the operators that we have here. Let us just come with our table. That is the table that we created yesterday. You remember that in order for you to select everything, we need to use select, the where's the select statement, and it has to follow with uh, and this will follow by a star symbol or an asterisk. That is if we want to pull all the data, and then where do we want this data from? What is the name of our table? If we go, this is the name of our database. Yeah, that is a VT Analytics lesson. And then we go to table, we expand it. We should be able to see the two tables that we created yesterday. So this is the table that we created, staff info and staff wages. So we want to select from staff info. So if we execute this query, is going to pull it should be able to pull our data or our table. So we should be able to see our table here. However, this is only giving us the name of the columns. So let us see what. Okay, the problem is at this level. There is something that you should equally take note of. If you come here, you will discover that what we are having here, it is not the name of our database. This is by default. It is giving us that master. That is the reason why our table is not we are unable to see our table. But there is a way you can do this. If you find yourself on this master, there is a way you can pull your data, but that is you're going to use the name of the database plus this other name of the data that you want to pull. So let us just go, let us change it to, let us select VT Analytics, and then this issue, we should be able to get our table right now. Okay, So let us start with the equal to. Let us just see where we want to see, well, last name, right? Last name equal, let me see, last name, let's just say Vitalis. Last name equal Vitalis. So this is going to give us, if we have some other last name that are Vitalis, if we have so many last name with Vitalis, we are going to see it here. But if it is only one, it is going to provide, that is what we're going to see. So let us execute this. As you can see, the only last name that we have just one, that is 101, which is Vitalis. And then we can equally see where last name is not Vitalis. So this is going to give us other names excluding Vitalis. So instead of 150 rows that we have, we're going to have 140, 149. So which implies that this staff ID 101 will be excluded if we use this last name is not equal to Vitalis. Let us execute this. As you can see, we don't have 101 here because we set the operator that we've used the operator, it's not Vitalis. Or maybe we can change this name to a different one. Let's just say, let's just try to check. Okay, we have another year. We have Tambe, we have Mfo, we have Ngum. Let's just say Ngum, right? And Ngum is, what is the staff ID is 106. So if we execute this one, Ngum will be excluded. However, if we say we only want to, if we use the equal to sign, it's going to give us Ngum. So this is actually how you use this, this operator. We have seen this equal to sign. We have seen not equal to. So let us go now to lesser than or equal to operator. We are going to use H. We're going to, let me just select, let us select again our entire table. We are going to use this H for this particular one. Let's just say we want where H is lesser than, H is lesser than 24. All right, where H is lesser than 24. As you can see, the only H that we have that is lesser than 24 is Vitalis, right? Which is 21. Let us say it is lesser than or equal to, so let's say it is greater than, let's say greater than 24. So this is going to give us all the information of our staff that their age is greater than 24. We can equally say it's greater than or equal to 24 as well, and it will provide us with this information. So this is, we can equally use this where in our staff, let us equally see staff wages. All right, and then we can go with our salary, where salary equal to, let's just say 300,000. So we want to see staff with the salary of 300,000. Let us execute this. So properly, we don't have any staff with this with this salary. Let us see is lesser than or equal to 300,000. Let us see. So now it's providing us with the salary that are lesser than or equal to 300,000 for all the staff in our table. We can equally do where it is greater than 300,000. So yeah, you see is providing us with the information that we have executed depending on the query that we have used. So under here, you're not going to see any salary that is less than is greater than 300,000, that is less than 300,000. That is what we are seeing here. We can say it is equal, let's say 150. If we have any salary with this, if we have any any employer with this salary is going to give us. And this year we have our cleaner. Our cleaner has a salary of 150,000. Okay, so let us go now to how we can equally use the an operator. How we can use the an operator. Let me just bring. Let us go back to our info. So we're going to go with age, right? I think age. Yes, let us say age. Sorry. Okay, so let us see how we can equally include an in this particular, how we can use an as well, the an operator. So I've just gone back to our staff info. Let us see age, where age is greater than or equal to 27, and gender, gender is let's say male. Gender equal, gender equal, we're going to use an equal to sign here as well. Gender equal to male. So this is going to give us the information of employees that their age is greater than or equal to 75, and only male. So female are going to be excluded. Let us execute this. As you can see, if you come under gender, we only have information for male, that we don't have any gender here, right? And then we can do same for maybe job location. Let's just say remote, right? And then we go back with job location, where age, yeah, and then we execute this. So this is going to give us the staff that are working remotely. All right. So this is, it will give us. So this is how the where statement with some of this operator to work. It helps us to filter our data. It helps us to do some of this stuff which are very important. So okay. However, let's just say, let us go to or. If we use or here, it is instead going to give us a different result. Only one of these criteria that made is going to, that is what we're going to see. Let us just execute this. As you can see, we equally have both remote and on-site, right? Because we have used, but because only one of this criteria has to be, one of the criteria has to be correct. So there is a reason why we have both remote and this other one. If we do same for, let's say gender, let's go here with female. We equally have male and female. The reason being because there are some men in this, there are some men here that their age, remember, with using this particular operator, we've said that we want everyone that their age is equal to, right, is greater than or equal to 27. So this implies it's going to give us whether you are a male or a female. That is what we're going to, that is the result that we have. Or gender is equal to female. However, if we use only an year, and then we only have that for female, because we have used an, which implies we only want to see the females that are falls under this particular age range. Okay, so let us go to the next operator, which is this operator like. So let us just say we want to find out, we want to see the employees where their last name, right, start with a particular letter. Let's just start from there, that their last name start with a particular letter. Okay, let's just say last name. Let us just say E, and then we have to use this wildcard. Sorry, E, and then we close this. So it's only going to give us the employees that their first name start with this E. Let us execute this. As you can see, we have it here, right? We have E, we have Emi, we have A1, we have A1, eta, A1 again, etc., etc. Okay, so let us see S if we have any. We don't have any X. Let's see F if we have any F. Yes, we do have F. We have for you, etc. Okay. Okay, so let us see another scenario. Let's just say we want to see all the employees that have this letter E in their name, no matter where it is found, whether at the beginning, in the middle. So we're going to use this wildcard again at the beginning and equally at the end, this percentage. And then if we execute this, as you can see, we have it here, right? Like, okay, like we have Tambe, the letter E is at the end, and then we equally have this A1, the letter is equally as the end, we have A1, etc. Okay, let us move to the next operator. Let us try to see this null and not null, how we can use it. Let's just our table. Yeah, actually, we wouldn't be able to. I mean, all our table, we don't have any null value in our table, right? So if we say where, for example, first name is not null, right? We're not going to have anything because we don't have any null value here. Let us just say is. We have nothing, right? It's giving us nothing because all our table are filled with values. We don't have any table that doesn't contain any value. Had it been maybe we have like we have used the first name. Let me just say like we have used this first name. Under this first name, this 0 point, where we have the share, if it is empty, probably will have given us this particular, uh, I mean, it will have retained this particular employee or any other employee that is null, that doesn't has any value in their first name. Okay, so let us see our last operator, which is in. Let us just get back to our main table, everything. Let's just see. We want to last name in. Let's just say our last name. We have Tambe. Sorry, Tambe. We have I think Neba. Well, let me go for. We need to use. It's supposed to be a comma, comma, and then let's say Achu. So we can use this for multiple to bring out multiple names, multiple last names, right? So let us just try this. So as you can see, it's providing us with, if we go to the last name, we see we have Tambe, we have Mfo, and then we have Achu, right? So this is how we can use the in statement in order to query our data in SQL. Okay, so these are some of the basic. These are some of the basic that you can learn, which is very very important. Once you know on how to execute, on how to write this query to execute them, and equally make sure that you understand. You don't just like memorize these things, right? You need to understand what does this stand for. What is it? I think I've provided us with a table here. There is a table here that helps you that tries to guide you on what all these operator, what they usually their meaning, and how you can use it. Okay, so thank you so very much. We'll see you in the next lesson. Please don't forget, if you have any worry, just drop it in the comment section. If you have something to share with us, or maybe you have any proposal, you have any worry, just drop in the comment section. And don't forget to follow our YouTube channel and hit the notification button so that you will be the first person to be notified when a video is uploaded. Thank you, guys.